welcome to my first actual video, Cook with Julie F. We're going to be pureeing chocolate chip cookies today. One of my friends said she wanted to see a successful puree of a chocolate chip cookie. Well, she said cookie, but I wanted to make chocolate chip because I had everything for it. So, not before we begin, but I already have a tablespoon of butter melting in here because what we're gonna do is infuse as much flavor as possible in the liquid so that the cookie just tastes amazing. I'm going to take 1/8 of a teaspoon of cocoa powder. Ghirardelli is my life. Well, not as much my life as other things. All right, we're gonna have that in there, and we're going to, right now we're browning the butter. All right, so browning the butter brings out natural nuttiness, and it's one of the best things you could do. So I'm going to take the brown butter, I almost called it nutty butter, the brown butter, and put it in with the chocolate and let it bloom a little bit. Let's check up on it. You don't want it to burn because if it burns, it ruins everything. While I do that, I'm going to take one of my cookies. You'll see how big my cookies are. It might be 2 of your cookies, so you want to check out that recipe. I'm going to crumble it into this bowl. I'm going to microwave it to get the chocolate a little melted. All right, looking at my brown butter, maybe 30 seconds. All right, it's almost ready. Now let's take it off. Like I said, you really don't want to burn it. All right. Ooh, yep, perfect timing. So I'm gonna put the brown, ooh yeah, it's going almost burned in there. Boop. All right, gonna stir that up and let that chocolate powder bloom in the browned butter. You're not gonna believe how delicious this is. All right, perfect timing. Okay, so let's see. Let me get my little microwave pot holders. See if that chocolate is melting. Nope, I'll put it in for a little longer. You want the chocolate to melt in your chocolate chip cookie so that it'll puree better, because I've had some issues with that, and my chocolate chips are kind of cheap because I got them for $1. They were on sale, so they don't really melt very well. That's kind of the point of the chocolate chip cookies, that it doesn't melt. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Yeah. Then we're gonna take a tablespoon and a half of milk. I do want to talk about something too. If your loved one who eats puree is having a hard time intaking enough food or getting enough nutrition, protein, you could substitute a little bit of non-flavored protein powder for the milk. It really doesn't add a flavor. I did it myself a couple months ago. And you would just take like a tablespoon of the milk, and use water and mix it with the protein powder, and then you just mix it in right here, okay? You don't want to get it too hot because it can degrade it. All right. Yeah, these chocolate chips didn't melt very well, so hopefully yours will melt better. All right, and then we're gonna put the brown butter in there too to let it soak up. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. If you've never made brown butter, you are missing out. It really adds incredible flavor. All right, so it is super, super, super mushy, but it's not pureed. And those chocolate chips, we don't have to strain them out in the end. All right, so it's super, 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 super mushy right now, which if someone wasn't on puree, but just on IDDSI level 5, they'd probably be good on that one, as long as it's nice and wet, which it is, because we put in delicious liquids. Okay, where's my top? And we're gonna puree it. I'm actually gonna liquefy it because I want those chocolate chips pureed. good texture. I think the chocolate chips actually pureed that time. All right, I put it on the very highest one. I'm going to add a little bit of xanthan gum because it can help thicken it. And by a little, I really do mean a little. It's not even an eighth of a teaspoon. Oh, get out of there. More puree. Have a plate with other purees. I don't think you can see it, but I'm putting it in a polka dotted formation. We'll see how this one goes. No, stay on the right side. No. Well, that was terrible. I've been cleaning this after I put it in so that it's pretty. All right, and you don't have to necessarily put it in a polka dotted stance, polka dotted, you don't have to put it in any kind of molds. This is just me being silly. All right, well, I'm gonna put it in the fridge for a little bit, get it cooled down so it'll thicken up a little bit, and then I'll be back for the taste test. Okay, I changed my shirt, but I'm back to try my chocolate chip cookie puree. And I refrigerated it. Look how cute. I would advise you to maybe put some spray around the molds if you end up making polka dotted desserts. All right, I'm ready to try it. So we can puree it, but should we? Mm-hmm. Yes, we absolutely should. Wow. No. Do you want to know what else this would be good as? Well, first, you could warm these up and then put ice cream on top, or just put ice cream on top. Or don't put the xanthan gum in there and puree it, and then warm it up and drizzle it over ice cream, vanilla ice. Well, you could do whatever. I would do vanilla ice cream and have it be like a cookie sauce. And if you're on thin liquids and you like ice cream, it would be so good, and it would still be a, it wouldn't be a puree, it's a little thinner, but, and it would be a chocolate chip cookie drizzle sauce. Wow, okay. I'm gonna stop eating this, maybe. No, I should, because it's a pureed cookie, but you can taste the brown butter. You can't necessarily taste that extra chocolatey I added in, but I like it anyway. And the top is kind of funky, so it does look like a cookie. It's actually, I'm pretty proud of this one. So yes, you can puree a chocolate chip cookie. If you take a couple extra steps, it'll make it the most delicious possible. All right. Oh gosh, just one more.